That's why I like history. See, you can't be a King James Christian, right? You got to go into a commentary or a book so you can get the histories of stuff.
Amen.
There's no way in the world they could have stole the body. Because, see, the Romans had a set thing. You've been in the military, so you know what I'm talking about. We have watches. And each watch is done in segments. And so you always got a fresh face on every situation because we did 4-hour watches. In this case of the Roman people, they did 3-hour watches. So every 3 hours there was a rotation of these people. So they didn't fall asleep as they wanted them to, try to act like we missed something here. No, they were wide awake because they rotated to make sure they stayed awake. And they sealed the tomb to make sure nobody could get in there and get that body. There was no way that anybody could have broke through that security except for an angel of God.
Come on.
So they fainted. Huh? Where's your angel at? I'll be sitting around sometime and you just feel it. When you get that, you do that, you thought there was something going on. You know what that is? It's a presence of something around you. Whenever you feel something, I'll be sitting in the chair sometime and I'll feel something. And I know that's got to be the David Young. My grandmother, I used to get fragrances. I'd be sitting in places where there's not supposed to be fragrances. And I would smell this sweet smell, and this peace would come over me. And I knew who that was, in the entity of not my grandmother, but the entity of my grandmother is in that presence. And usually when that's happening is when I'm going through some kind of struggle, when I'm trying to work with something that lifts me up. When I'm dreaming big dreams, I said, we talk about the angels that are in the Bible, or the prophets, the different ones in the Bible. I talk about the ones that we know. Everybody's got somebody in their life that's a spiritual person that you'll never forget because they're the ones that help you get where you are in Christ. So I got a Don Dawkins and all of them, Brother William Phillips and Sister Phillips. All these people have been a part of me. So, whenever I feel that twitch and you get that presence feeling, it's God telling you that they're still there and they're still proud of you and still watching what you're accomplishing. And it's a good feeling. It's supernatural. Anybody ready to move into supernatural?
Amen.
I want everybody to try something. I'm talking about in the next few months, just try something. Ask God for something that you feel like is almost impossible to happen in your life. I'm talking about something you really want. I'm not just trying to make up something. I'm talking about something you really want to see in your life. See a change in you. See a difference in you. Watch God put people in your life. That sister didn't just come up out of nowhere. As soon as she showed up, what did I tell you? I said, that lady is there for a purpose. That lady's there to put the finishing touches on that program that's already in that other lady's mind. I'll never forget what people say. When you show up, sometimes we showed up as a family. You support your people. No matter what it is they're doing, if it's positive, you support your people.
Amen.
Because folks, that little bitty things like that might be just a thing to push them over the edge on the decision they're about to make about your person that you love. We're standing there, and the lady turns, she looks at me, looks at my wife, and we was dressed for the occasion. She turned to my door and she said, now I see where you get, which word does she use? I see where you get your excellence from or something like that. People, you're an extension of people. That's why you stand up. That's why you represent your family, children. I'm talking to kids right now. That's why you represent your mother and father everywhere you go, because people watch you and they'll make a determination about your parents. You don't want somebody to say that your parents are loose and they don't care about you and allow you to do any old thing. They grade your parents by your actions. So I feel good when my kids can say, oh, my daddy always was on the spot for me. My daddy cares for me, even though he grumbles and fusses and stuff, but he'll still get, I am not going to Wisconsin or Minnesota or wherever it is. That's what I say. I'm not going. I'm tired. I'm tired of riding, tired of looking at basketball. But when that time comes, somebody always make me get in the car and go anyway. Because they say you have a lot of responsibility from the cradle to the, that's what I tell my children. As long as I got a house, you got a house.
Amen.
See you in June. Scoot over.
Should I say something about Boaz? Let's move on. Do you want it or don't you want it? If you want it bad enough, you're walking in the supernatural.
Amen. Amen.
You know, man, it's just funny to watch people, how they have to obey God, whether they want to or not. That is, they'll start talking about you, and the more they talk about you, the more God will elevate you. You just be sitting there like, and you got to say nothing. That's the beautiful part about it. You ain't got to say nothing. I never had to say nothing. People come and say, man, they talk about you like a dog out here at the prison. I said, okay. They don't like you out here. I said, okay. You know why I kept saying okay? I didn't live with none of them. They wasn't feeding me. All I had to do was keep standing up for God. Them same people that said they didn't like me, hated my guts and all of that kind of stuff, now that I'm retired, I meet them on the mall, what they say. They tell me why, this is my boss. He's one of the most honorable guys I ever worked for. He was always the same. I didn't have to say nothing. One man, I married 2 of his daughters. He calls me when he's in traumas and asks me to pray for him. That's what God does.
Amen.
He brings them back and parades them before you. All the people that talked about you, don't try to get even. Don't start a fight with them.